wee. Ooh wee. What's up, man? I ain't been live since I want to fight. Just want to see what's going on. What's going on. See, everybody that's new on my Instagram who became a new fan over the last week, I want to say hi. Thank you for being a fan of me. Appreciate you. Welcome to the GWOAT world. I'm going live today because I'm about to let y'all ask me questions. You gotta buy a badge and I'll answer your question that you want me to answer. So gotta buy a badge. I'm gonna be on here for about a good 20 minutes. So thank you guys for everybody saying they're proud of me. I really appreciate it. Like, the fight was so much fun. Yeah, thank you to all my fans who are on my page. Not just the new ones, but everybody. I appreciate you guys so much. What's on your mind, though? Ask me your questions. Buy a badge, too. Buy a badge. Man. So, Felix, he bought a badge. Okay, what's your question, Felix? Badges. Millie, how did you feel in the fight? GWOAT dropped that video. I saw that. Can you go do it? Can you drop it? I forgot. Thanks to everybody who buying the badge. After y'all buy the badge, ask y'all a question and I'll answer it. Everybody buying so many badges. Thank you guys so much. But how did I feel in the fight? What do I think I need to work on? Okay, in the fight, I can say that I think I did a lot of good things. I was able, of course, to get the knockout. I was able to stay composed in those weird, in those bad positions. I didn't let her get the iron bar. I didn't let her get the chokes and stuff that she was trying to get. And I was able to get up a couple times. If I would say anything I need to fix is, one, I have to get better on the ground, which people can say what they want, but I would have lost that fight if I wouldn't have put in the 7 months that I put in the gym, just working on my ground game. So, that's something that I just want to let everybody know, that I did put in a whole lot of time, and if I didn't, that fight would have been a fucking nightmare for me. But we did wrestling and jiu-jitsu damn near every day, so I'm happy that I did that and submerged myself into it, because at the beginning I really didn't like it. So everybody buying badges, thank you guys so much. You guys are too awesome for me. But I would like to say also too, I need to work on being calm. It was a couple times when I got the knockdowns, or I was able to land on top from the knockdowns, and I would just kind of jump on and try to get the ground and pounder, and it was 2 or 3 times where I just should have got up and got back to the center of the ring, or got back to the center of the cage and started letting my hands go. But I didn't do that. I was just so excited, and I think that my next fight, I'll be more calm and more able to do what I'm supposed to do. I think that if I would start punching earlier in the fight and not let her go for the takedown, I think that it would have been a different kind of fight. Like, I still would have won, but like I would have been able to get the fight over a little earlier. But it was fun, though. It reminded me of my old days, especially the uppercut. Ooh. But it was fun, though. It was really fun. To everybody buying badges, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I just want to say, I've been getting so much love from the MMA community and just the boxing community and everybody since the fight, even leading up to the fight, And everybody sending my ground and pound was good, but we didn't practice my ground and pound. So I feel like I was just kind of doing what I know naturally. But I think that when I get back to the gym, that Coach Jackson and Coach Wink are going to properly show me how I can get that power when I go down and I'm hitting them in the face. Because I think I could have generated more power just from me watching the video. And just me watching other guys at the gym practice their ground and pound. Right, so I think that I did a good job down there, and I was able to hold her down and really, use what I know, use what I know. But I feel like my ground and pound could have been harder. So I'll ask the coaches about that as soon as I can. But you should have locked in the submission. Yo, and I thought it was so good how, don't forget the badge holders questions. Yeah, I'm waiting for the badge holders questions to ask questions. Y'all pop up with the thing when y'all ask y'all questions. So nobody asked the question yet. Can I go on live with you? Yeah, I know. I actually use my hips a lot, even in the sparring, when I was sprawling and sparring, doing jiu-jitsu. Who's your favorite women's MMA fighter? My favorite women's MMA fighters are Chris Cyborg, Holly Holm, and Joanna. I love Joanna, Why did they say? Why did they disrespect you like that, move you to number 2 on the pound list? Man, listen, I have no idea. I don't really get too caught up in the whole pound list that happens on ESPN. What's next? Is Amanda Nunes on your radar after a few fights? Right now, I just had my MMA debut, and I heard that Amanda Nunes watched, which was pretty fucking awesome to hear that she watched. I don't know how she felt about when she watched it, but she watched it, which I thought was pretty fucking cool. But I'm signed to the PFL for 3 more years, and I really want to not just get my feet wet, but really get that experience to where I don't have to be worried about somebody taking me down, or they can beat me by just taking me down, or they can beat me by just, doing wrestling or jiu-jitsu. I would like to get so seasoned in all those things, and then start thinking about maybe an Amanda Nunes fight if she's still around, But definitely something. I only look at the top people and the best, but right now, me and Amanda Nunes are in two different networks. Boswell, ask your question again. Instead of you commenting that, you should just ask your question, because when you write, it just show your it show your badges that you bought. So just ask your questions, and I'll answer it. I'm waiting for everybody who bought badges to ask your questions. Okay, here go one. Do you practice the flying knee? Most of them will probably try to shoot on you and take you down. No, I don't practice the flying knee. Why won't Layla Ali fight you? I have no idea, but that's not even something that I even worry about no more. About Layla Ali fighting me. I don't even worry about that no more. Nope. And thank you for everybody buying badges. Hey, Mike. What's up, y'all? You a beast. You pushed your face off. Man, I don't know what was wrong with me after the fight. I was screaming stuff that I never even thought about saying before. Oh my God, I was yelling so much stuff I never even thought about saying before. I don't know why I was saying, Mama, your daughter a dog. I don't even know where that came from. It wasn't me talking. It was Clarenzo, for real. Clarenzo was in full effect. Yeah, I was still smiling. I had watched the highlight of the fight so many times. I'm like, man, this is so crazy. Man, it was seeing myself on the ground, seeing me land on top when I took her down, or she tried to take me down, rather, and just seeing me get back up, and then seeing me, just seeing me stay so composed and go in there and just, man, that's crazy. I was crying when I was watching the interview. I'm like, man, that's Clarenzo talking, bro. That's not even me. So Clarenzo is my alter ego, for those who don't know. I grew up in a gym full of all guys, and I was the only girl. So in order for me to be comfortable, in my head, I've always been like that nigga. So when I say that nigga, that nigga is Clarenzo. I've always been like that. I'm that one in the gym. Even though I was a girl, it was I was always the best fighter in the gym. So I always was just having to big myself up, especially getting ready to spar against guys who were bigger and stronger. I had to have a lot of heart, and have to have a lot of just letting them know, you may think I'm a girl, but so where can I reach out to do a Twist Tea collab? I don't even know what a Twisty collab is. Yeah, it was, listen, I tell everybody, like, it was risky. You know, especially going there with my first fight against a grappler. But it was worth it. I know you like to dance, so are you going to come up with a victory dance? I think on it. I'm really getting good at TikToks, so I don't know. If you were to write a new book, would it be fight training, cookbook, children's book, or biography? If I was to write a new book, I'll write a book about, I think I want to do a book about biography. But I can do a cookbook, and I can do a training book. I believe that it would benefit a lot of people. Bruh said it ain't taking Navy Federal. What? I think you're beautiful and you're pretty smart. Everybody who bought a badge, it shows me. So when y'all ask y'all a question, just here you go. How sore were you after your first couple of training sessions doing wrestling and jiu-jitsu? Tony Fryer. Listen, I was so sore the first couple weeks after doing jiu-jitsu and wrestling, to where it was like I would tell coach, like, hey, I need the whole day off. Like, my body has never been this sore. And that was like for the first 2 or 3 months. And then after that, my body started getting used to it. I started getting used to the soreness. And I was able to deal with it more and do more training sessions while I was sore. But, man, it was just so much like tightness in my traps and, you know, heavy weighing on my arms. Man, it was insane. Really, it was. But I was able to get used to it, just submerge myself in it. I have 55 people who have bought badges. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. Keep asking your questions, you know. MMA pays more for women. I haven't been paid more in MMA than I've been paid for my boxing fights, but it's only my MMA debut. But I will say that next year I will be getting paid more than I've gotten paid in boxing. And, yeah. And also endorsements and sponsorships and everything have come from doing MMA, which didn't come in boxing. Did they give you a stake in the league? Because I never heard of them. Did they give you a stake in that? A stake? I mean, like a piece of it. I heard them before you. No. I'm just a PFL fighter, and I think that they blessed me with a great opportunity. You know, millions of people have watched me fight, and I'm becoming a household name, which means a lot to me. So I think it was a great deal to be with them. Katie Tater, she wants to fight you, but you have to pay $1 to ask her questions. What? She wants to fight you, have to pay $1 to ask her questions. Dawkins Joseph, shut your dumb ass up. What advice would you give to young female boxers? The advice I would give to young female boxers is to not get discouraged. Keep training hard, keep growing. And never think that you can't learn more, you know, or that you can't get stronger and faster, you know. That'd be my advice to them. And just not to ever get discouraged either. That's my advice. I'm from Flint, Israel, but you rock the blue braids for awareness of the water crisis. How has things changed? Oh, if you're from Flint, then you should know that the water crisis is still going on. That's why I wear the blue hair. People, the awareness I bring, get people to bring water and donate water and bring bring pallets of water to Flint, which I like, you know, to do. Makes it easier for everybody. Do you feel you have more power in the smaller gloves? And congrats, champ. I feel like I have power up in either glove, you know, 10 ounces or, you know, 4 ounces. But hey, how many pay-per-view buys did you get for your last boxing match? Great question, but not gonna answer that. Why is Savannah Marshall afraid to fight you? I honestly don't think Savannah Marshall, she's not afraid to fight me, but she knows she can't beat me. I think she's doing all this wolfing and all this talking because she got some confidence from knocking out a few tomato cans. But she knows that I'm not afraid of her. We made her offer a few years ago. She turned down. And I'm saying that I turned down a deal. I never turned down a deal. I'm negotiating, which she don't know shit about because she's such a low-class fighter, you know. Yeah. Yeah, Marshall be doing a whole bunch of talking, but all her promoter gotta do is pay the money that I ask, and we be all good. And not get near and tear her ass up. Easy. Right. Who the fuck is Savannah? Right. Exactly. I think you have a routine where your body can move and function. Congrats on the success. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Serena Williams, Simone Biles, Claressa Shields. Who's next? I mean, we got a lot of great girls coming up, you know? And so, we have a lot, you know? Well, and I just want to say this to everybody, like, if I would have went into my MMA fight, you know, scared or intimidated, you know, I would have lost right off bat, you know. Dawkins Joseph, buy a badge. You ain't bought a badge and you asking questions. I ain't even finna entertain you. I'm finna block you off of here because you're irritating me. Stupid ass. Like Katie Taylor weighed 135. I fight at 160, 168, and 154. She already done said in plenty of interviews she don't want to scrap with me, even if I go to 147. So stop trying to make something that it ain't. I'm from the UK, but Savannah Marshall can't touch it. Psh, you better know it. Better know it. You're right. Better know it. You know, and somebody asked me, like, why am I so unapologetically myself? It's like, look, it's too hard to be somebody else. It really is. And I don't have time to be trying to be nobody else. Do you have opinions on Naomi Osaka avoiding press conference due to anxiety? You know, somebody else asked me that same question about how I felt about the tennis player Naomi, you know, getting up tournament due to anxiety and not doing interviews and stuff. And I would say that interviews is a part of our job as athletes, but I would also say too that everybody isn't as strong-headed as they perform, right? And she's a great tennis player, but you know, sometimes people ask you questions and it do make you doubt yourself, or it do make you doubt your training, or make you look at your opponent as being bigger and better than what they are. And I think that it's the people asking the questions who need to take a look at themselves and, you know, kind of correct themselves and kind of say, yeah, I was out of line, you know, for asking that question. I need to ask better questions and kind of reword them different, because no athlete should feel that way, because it's a lot of pressure we have on ourselves that we don't speak out, that we don't speak about, you know, publicly. And I just want to say, like, I'm in full support of her putting herself first, and I'm sad she had to leave the tournament to feel like she, you know, because everything was all on her and all the attention and stuff was on her. But you know, she did it for herself, and I'm proud of her. But I just pray she gets thicker skin though, because people don't get nicer over time. You know, we like we wish they do, but they don't. You are the best, and praying God continue to bless you. We love you and will always support you. How did you get started? I started boxing at the age of 11 due to being inspired by my dad. Yeah. When will we get the Claressa Shields movie? Flint Strong is coming out, I believe, next year. They had to pause the filming and the shooting because of COVID, but they're starting back up. The movie's on the go. Ice Cube is all on stage and stuff. So, yeah, it's coming. It's coming sometime next year. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. So, I'm freaking, after the fight, everybody come back to my room. And my sister was crying. I'm like, what is wrong with you? You're such a wuss. Who do you listen to when training? I listen to all kind of music. You know, for this camp, it was a lot of Tina Turner, Coily Ray, 50 Cent, a lot of gospel. I love Tamla Mann. I do. I love her voice. I hope they add MMA to it. What? Can we go live for 1 minute so I can say hi? I don't really like going live with people. because I got scarred one time. In their prime, who would you fight, Ian Wolf or Layla Ali? I definitely would love to fight both of them in their prime if I had the opportunity to. And that's no disrespect to both of them. I would really love to fight Layla because I think she'd be easier to beat than Ian Wolf. But also, I want to turn down the challenge from Ian Wolf, though, because I love challenges and to see who would come out on top with that fight. Any MMA fighters that you would want to call out? Nope. Female Mike Tyson. Appreciate that for sure. Which win meant the most to you? It's crazy. So, my second Olympic gold medal was like the highlight of my life, and that was probably like the happiest day of my life. But then when I won an MMA fight, I felt those kind of same emotions, which was so weird because it's like, it's just an MMA debut, but I think like me switching over to a whole nother sport and having so much against me made me feel that way. So yeah, I definitely had an out-of-body experience, and it was great to experience for sure. Yeah, Aunt Wolf a killer, man. She a killer right now. Are you still boxing or MMA only now? I'm still boxing. I have a boxing match toward the end of the year. Another MMA match too. So yeah, I'm still doing both. I ain't just gonna give up one. Your jeans and your dentist deserves a shout out. My dentist needs to come fix one of my fucking teeth. So we good. I appreciate her for getting me together, but yeah, one of my veneers came out and I want to get it fixed, but I ain't been in contact with her. How do you feel about Amanda Nunes fight after your first MMA fight? Why do people look? Did I look that great to where people should be comparing me to Amanda Nunes? That's just a question I'm asking y'all, because I didn't feel like I looked that great to nobody to be comparing Amanda Nunes to me, and I don't think that Amanda Nunes should even be looking at me as competition right now, because I just had my first MMA fight. If she's smart though, she would want to fight me early in my career. You know, like right now or next year. You know, like that would be something that would be smart on her end. You know, because I'm inexperienced and she's still to be ahead of me. But once 4 years of experience, then we can start talking about a fight with Amanda Nunes. But not right now. Not right now. And that's me being respectful of her and of her greatness. You know, but you know, I'm taking it one fight at a time. I'm fighting girls who are on my level and working my way up. But just know that I am looking at the girls who are at the top. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to get dangerous. Like, I'm dangerous now, but I'm about to get dangerous to where people gonna be like, we don't even want to take her down because she gonna beat us on the ground. And they already don't want to stand up with me. So yeah, I'm definitely about to get right back to it. Ellie said back, you would smash her. Ellie, stop. I would not smash Amanda Nunes in an MMA match. Not right now. But a couple years, people gonna make sure she stay the fuck away from me. A lot of girls. Hey, Dimitri. Let's go live. Wanna go live, Dimitri? Hey. Where you at? Did I go live with him?
Hi, Claressa.
So,
see, Claressa, you looking
thanks.
young and beautiful.
So look.
What's up?
So you were there in person at the fight.
Yes.
So can you explain to everybody watching how you felt watching the fight?
Great
So
question.
let's go.
So
let's start from round one. How did you feel round one?
So from round one, you know, looking at a boxing fight, when you fight, I'm very vocal, so I can get up and I scream. And you know, when the fight was on the ground, when you were standing up, I felt like I could say something. Then when the fight was on the ground, I was saying to myself, I was like, I don't even know what to say. I mean, I don't even know what advice to give her. You know, I mean, I to be honest, I was a little bit nervous. You know, and and as you were working through it, I see that you like I could see in your eyes that you're going back to the stuff that you worked on in the gym, and that you were like actively like doing it, you know, and it was like really beautiful to see because you could see that you're trying out these new techniques that you learned just a couple of weeks ago, you know, like defensively and offensively. And I was a little bit nervous. I mean, I knew you were going to pull through, but I was a little bit nervous, especially I don't remember what round it was when she had you in the hand bar, you know.
I think it's the iron bar. I think that was second round. So now let's go to second round.
Let's go to second round.
Second round. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you perfect.
Okay, so second round starts. We're back on his feet. What's your thoughts? Coming out second round.
So I saw in the first round that when you get close and you would hit her, that she'd take the punch and she'd rush for your legs. So I don't know if you heard me. What I said to her is fake her. Because when you would jab her and you would fake her, she would kind of come forward and then it would give you the opportunity. But in the second round, I think you landed some really explosive, fast combinations, like up and down. I was like, damn, like Mortal Kombat.
At the end of the second round, right? And I don't know if that was the iron bar part or what, but I know I started getting a ground and pound toward the end of the round. Second round, and she got up pretty slow, came out for the third round pretty slow. So what were you thinking when you got up third round?
So when I saw it in between rounds, I don't know if you got a chance to look at her, between round 2 and round 3, you could see that she was like slumping down. Her body language was that she was broken. I was like, man, Claressa got her. So I felt that you knew that in the third round you had to like, you know, you had to pick it up and close the show. The other thing that I was thinking during those rounds, I was like, Claressa's used to find 2-minute rounds. I mean, training 3-minute rounds, but 2-minute rounds. This is 5 minutes. You know what I mean? It's like a long time, you know? Because like even me automatically watching a fight, I'm like, okay, where's the tap for the 10 seconds, you know? And look at the TV, it's still 2 minutes left, you know? But you did fantastic. I think that your stamina was great.
Yeah, stamina was great, and that's something, you know, like I love to be in shape, you know. So when I knew it was the 5-minute rounds compared to the 2 minutes, I definitely, you know, made sure that I was in shape for that. So I stayed with my strength and conditioning, upped it a little bit more, ate way healthier, and I didn't have to lose a whole bunch of weight, which made me have my strength toward that third round because it was a lot of wrestling, jiu-jitsu, which usually when that happens, when you lost a bunch of weight before the fight, the third round, you just feel kind of heavy. And I only had to lose 5 pounds for this fight instead of having to do, you know, 15 or 10. So so I felt really strong going into the third round. And I had just knew like it was my only goal was third round was, look, if we got to finish this fight, you going to hit her. She's going to go down to the ground and you're going to ground and pound her. But do not let this girl take you down. So when she went for the takedown after I punched her a couple times, I just did everything I knew about wrestling, which was push the head down, hold her there. And I think when I was pushing her head down, it was making it to where she couldn't breathe. When I was pushing her head down to the ground, it was it was uncomfortable. And so then I started hitting her, and I could just tell like she was breaking. And the coaches was telling me every time she turned toward me to get up, they thought she was gonna try to grab me and flip me over. But I could just feel how strong she was at that moment. And everything she was doing, it was all for survival, and I didn't feel her strength, so I just kept on, boom.
Well, one
I'll get the finish, but I definitely was like, I'm going to break her, and that was my only goal. Third round, I did it. So
what I saw in you is that you physically, even in the first and second round, you were out muscling her, even though she was experienced, that she knew what she was doing in terms of, you know, where to grab on the wrist and different nuances of grappling, but your physical strength and you probably had to use more energy than her because it's new to her, you know, because you're doing this kind of new techniques. But even the fact of you wrestling with her, even when she was on top, that was wearing her down, you know?
Yeah, she
and
was holding down. It was sometimes like I was trying to get up, but people got to realize that with me not being that experience on the ground, that when I like we worked to get us like, you know, like hell in camp. But it was like, she was so experienced that when I was trying to get up, I seen she was almost letting me up, but she wanted to get behind me. And once they get behind my back, it's really hard to get those chokes and stuff out. And I didn't want to have to go through that and have to fight through that because I'm like, I didn't want to. So when it came to getting up, and I felt like I didn't have my underhook strong enough and I was getting up and I seen she was kind of slipping behind me, I would just lay back down because she wasn't able to cause me any damage on the ground. But I definitely got up a couple times, and I think that if anything I could change, I would change like how excited I was when I would knock her down or end up on top. I just start punching her, and I think that the coaches were telling me even in camp, when you knock people down, don't go to the ground with her, you know, stand them back up. But it was just like in the last round, it was like there's no need to stand her back up because all she's gonna do is go for another takedown, which
Right.
I don't want her. I don't want her to do that. So it's better for me to be up on top of her than her be on top of me. And that's why I just made that kind of decision I made that decision third round, you know, to stay on top of her and not even let her flip me and just dig my hips and dig my legs in. And
You know,
it was cool.
one of the great things that's pretty so awesome and so scenic is that you finished her like an MMA fighter. Like you were on her. It wasn't like you stopped her with a 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Like you stopped her like the folks on like the MMA fighters. And it's so different to see you in that position, you know, in the highlight reels and the highlight pictures. Like you look like an MMA fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I was telling everybody at the press conference, like, you know, I'm like I'm here and I'm the main event because I'm an MMA fighter just like y'all. Like, stop just saying that I'm a boxer. Like, I am a MMA fighter, you know. So don't just count me out like I'm just the boxer who's here to get James Toney. Like,
well, so that's a great point that you bring up because, and that's one of the things that people ask me that I say, a lot of the fighters did MMA just to make a couple of bucks towards the end of their career when they had a name and they were done with boxing. You're a 2-time undisputed champion, current undisputed champion. You know, you're in the peak of your career, and it's unprecedented that someone in the peak that a boxer in the peak of their career chose to do MMA. And you fought a girl who was a specialist in wrestling and jiu-jitsu and grappling. And I've never seen a boxer, when they go on the ground, it's done. You know what I mean? I've never seen a boxer get out of a hand bar.
That was my main thing in camp. I'm like, look, I don't want this fight to be over just because I get taken down on the ground. Like, I should still be able to, you know, do some stuff on the ground, you know. And I was letting and everybody up on the team understood exactly what I was saying. People gotta understand that everybody has that mindset, but it's all about how much work you put in and that you're willing to put in, you know, at that. So look, doing jiu-jitsu and doing wrestling can be it can be tiring, it can be tedious, you know, it's uncomfortable at first because boxers are not used to being on the ground, you know, and it's like now we're on the ground, we got to use our legs in different ways. We have to use them standing up, and it's a lot that comes with that. But you really gotta get comfortable with being uncomfortable, you know, and that's just what I did down there in Albuquerque. Every day we were doing something that was on the ground or on a cage, and I really think that if I wouldn't have done that, the fight would have been a fucking nightmare, I think.
By the way, a lot of respect to your coach, Winkle John. He's a fantastic guy and seems very knowledgeable. And I spoke to him after the weigh-in, and I spoke to him after the fight, before the fight and after the fight. And he obviously knows MMA, but it feels like he really cares for the fighters. He seems like a really good person and like very passionate about what he does. It's really beautiful to see. And I think, you know, that like I heard during the fight he was shouting stuff to you. Like he really cares and he really is invested, which is what a coach. Like, he's a teacher. You know what I mean? He's a real deal.
Him and Coach Jackson. It was great to have both of them there.
Yeah.
You know, and even a coach too. So that's the jiu-jitsu coach who I work with, and you know, just all the time that me and him put in together. You know, it's just great to have such a strong team. How everybody mind work together.
And
I
I
was excited about that.
I think this is gonna make you a better boxer because you're gonna become more athletic. You use the muscles that no boxers ever use. I mean, in a real way, not just like go to the fitness gym and you work out with a wrestler. Like you do it every day and you're doing actual fighting. I actually saw it in the last camp when you were with John Jackson, John David, and hitting the pads. You look so much stronger and so much sharper, and you didn't fight for like over a year.
Yeah.
So I feel like this type of training is different, and it's going to only make you a better athlete and a better boxer, for sure.
For sure.
You know, one of the things that I see, there's a lot of people, thank God, on your Instagram, and people follow and love Claressa. what people should take into account, and I've been talking about this, and going back to you doing MMA, you know, in the peak of your career, which is unprecedented. And, you know, since the beginning of your career, when you were a teenager, when you were a kid, when you were a young adult, all the things that you've done have never been done before. And really, you know, when you and I speak in private and spoke in private when we first started working together, your goal has been to raise women's sports through boxing to the next level. And doing this, being main event on ESPN, you know, being a boxing champion, now doing MMA on the highest level, and coming from the background you came from, you know, from Flint, Michigan, and the challenge that you've had, and being who you are and this is just the beginning, is really, and people, and I said, like, Muhammad Ali is the GOAT, not so much or as much for the stuff they did in the ring as for the things they did outside the ring, because it's you know, when you realize it's very rare that an athlete who's in his peak and has the power to change realizes that they could be a social symbol and can work towards something greater than winning fights. That's really what people resonate with, and that's what makes somebody, you know, forever. And that's why you're the GWOAT.
For sure.
I mean,
for everybody on here asking about my shirts or my merchandise, go to www.ClaressaGWOATShields.com, and I have action figures, I have shirts. I probably have to go and restock online, but you guys can still order. So yeah.
So Claressa, what are you doing to recuperate, and how are you spending your time after this great victory?
I am keeping my same diet, keeping my same regimen. I'm still gonna work out. I'm actually gonna go for a run today, just in a couple hours, and
Nice.
really just enjoy my family and my friends until the next 2 weeks, and then I'll be back in Albuquerque.
Nice. So you're in Michigan now?
Yeah.
Nice. Very good.
People on here are so crazy. But hey,
like, I'm talking to you, and there's like comments keep going and going. It's pretty incredible how much the fans love you, and how much love they show you.
Yeah, we were at like 600 views. But for everybody on here, thank you guys for all 104 of you who have bought badges. I really appreciate it.
Oh, amazing.
You guys are great. You know, welcome to the GWOAT show to everybody. So make sure you guys just like my pictures, comment, be respectful, and just enjoy this journey with me. And I look forward to posting more footage and everything. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, Claressa Shields, go to Claressa GWOAT. Yeah, Claressa Shields GWOAT channel. It's on YouTube. I have 21,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, go subscribe. The goal is to get to 100. So tell all your friends. I'm about to post a video from the fight. Make sure you guys just stay tuned, and I'll give you like the behind the scenes of everything that I'm doing. And I got a rap video coming out this week. So stay tuned on my YouTube video also for the drop of my new single.
One before you go. You know, I grew up in Sarah City Boxing Club. I always wanted to be in the rap video. The next one, can I?
What do you want me doing in the video? Doing this? What do you want me doing?
I want this, and I want to say a couple. It was all a dream. I used to read word. I want to have a couple of lines. You know what I mean?
You want a couple of lines? Oh no!
All right.
Give me a quick question though. Do you own a Rolly watch?
No.
You don't own a Rolly?
No. Why? Is that?
Because that's one of the rhymes in my video. But I'm actually going to pick up the Rolly a little bit later.
All right. So for the next one, keep me in mind.
No, look, I'm trying to think of like where I can put you at in the video. Now we definitely need some white chocolate in the video. So let me
talk to me, baby.
So let me figure out what you can be doing.
But I'm saying, I want to drop a couple of lines too. You know what I mean?
Oh, you want some? Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to do a rap because this one my single was already written, but I have this other beat. I'm gonna have to like rap it out, whatever. And I'm gonna tell you what your lines are. You just gotta get some rhythm and say.
Yeah. But no joke. You know, if you can ask people from back in the day. You know, my nickname used to be Russian Rapper.
Russian Rapper.
Get down, baby. Let's go. Put me in, Claressa.
Somebody said maybe the outro. You can be the outro.
You meet you with the bars. Yeah.
Who you funny?
I get a little grill for the video if I have to. Get a little southern love.
No, though, because I definitely need some white chocolate in the video. So don't even.
I'm that, baby. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, enjoy. Take care.
Peace out, Dimitri.
Take care. Okay, bye.
All my fans, peace out, you guys. I gotta go. I make my man something to eat. Make me something to eat. Take my dog outside. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Love. Okay. Yeah, I do rap. My music video is gonna be coming out this week on my YouTube channel. So get ready for me to drop them bars. Bye. Ooh.